Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you all are doing great. This is me, Lena Huzafa Education Valley, and I am new to school. I'm from India, Allahabad, and I am a student of Rehan School on an academy and a teacher of Foundation Art class. So, we will do interview on a daily basis of podcast challenge. So, this is my podcast challenge with four interviews in English, 8 episodes. So, today I have a really special guest. Her name is Sridhar Jansen. So, hello, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's after 11 o'clock at night here in Canada.
Yes, I'm good. Thank you for asking. First, I would like to request to you, please introduce yourself.
My name is CJ Jansen. I'm known as the singing speaker because I combine stories, songs, and skill building to help people learn to become joyfully resilient.
Great. That's amazing. So my first question that I'm going to ask is that can you tell us about your journey and what inspired you to become a keynote speaker?
I became a speaker because I had an illness that I needed help from other people to recover from. And I noticed that some speakers inspired me to be a better person, to fix my health problem. And I also listened to speakers who were not very good. And that didn't make me feel like I wanted to keep fighting and to keep getting better. And so I decided to learn how to become a good speaker. And as I explored speaking and gained skills and knowledge and did some healing within myself, I learned that I had a special message that I wanted to share with the world, and that is to become joyfully resilient.
Oh, wow, that's amazing that you notice other people and help them to become more better speaker like you. So now my next question that I'm going to ask: what personal experiences shaped your passion for advocacy in the disability space?
Well, I am disabled. I am currently sitting in a wheelchair, and before I
Oh
got
my god.
sick, yeah, I'd have to turn the background off of my. I've got a green screen behind me, so it looks funny. But I was a scuba instructor. Was traveling the world. I was hauling around big, heavy tanks. I was very physically active. And then on my birthday this month, so almost 13 years ago, I got sick. And it stole everything away from me overnight. And I am 80 to 90% bedbound. So I don't get to go outside much and I don't go out and play a lot, but I do enough to be able to find joy in life. I have many friends online. But what I've noticed is that people with disabilities don't have, aren't given the same value as people who don't have disabilities. I'm a very excellent speaker. I am a recorded artist. I am an author. And yet, because sometimes, yeah, sometimes there are stairs to get on a stage, and people won't hire me because they're afraid of my wheelchair. So I decided to create an event and produce an event called Disabilities Unleashed, which is to help elevate and celebrate people with disabilities. So I have authors and artists and crafters come to my shows to sell their things, the stuff that they make. And I also have performers come on my stage who have all sorts of different disabilities. My last show, I had a deaf poet and her service dog. I had a blind comedian and his service dog. I had some musicians that had mental health and autism issues. I had a disabled dancer. She has an invisible health illness similar to mine. I also sang in a trio. I created a small group of singers called the Disability Pride Chorus. And we sang a number of songs and so many different health issues within our own little group. But I was able to pay them a living wage because so often I'm asked to speak for free when typically I'm paid over $5,000 to stand on a stage to deliver my speeches. So it's sad that people will say, oh, well, she's disabled. She's not important. She can work for free. But like everybody else, I have value.
Okay, that's great. Eh, it is really amazing, and you are excellent as speaker, and your leadership. You are super amazing. Thank you so much for your this wonderful answer. So now my next question that I am going to ask: can you tell me um, how did you first discover your voice as a singer and creator?
I was lucky because I had a mother who loved music as much as I do. I was actually
Oh
singing
wow!
in harmony with my mom by the time I was 3 years old. And I remember when I was your age, well, actually, I was younger than you. I auditioned for a town musical when I was 7 years old. I don't know if you know the story of Oliver Twist, but there's a whole musical called Oliver Twist. And I remember having to audition, and I was scared. My knees were shaking, but I was in front of a whole bunch of people, and I got up on stage and I sang, "The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun." And then the guy that was auditioning me, the director of the show, he said, "Thank you very much." And I looked at him and I said, "I'm not
Wow!
done yet. When you're stuck with a day that's great." I went on and I finished the whole song, and everybody in the audience was laughing at me. And I didn't know why. And I came off the stage and I was almost crying because, Dad, why are they laughing at me? And he turned to me and he says, "Because you were so good, they didn't need to hear anymore." And I said to him, "Oh." I was a silly kid, but I've always loved music and I've always been able to be gifted with singing.
Oh wow! What you're singing, it's really amazing, and I love a lot your this singing. So now my next question, I was, can you sing here?
I can. I have a little bit of a cough today, but there's one song that I won't sing the whole song, but there's a song that I sing often to my audience to get them in the mood, to get them to feel more powerful when
Yes,
you're
sure, you can.
down and tired of living your life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find the fighter that's within you. So we're gonna walk it out and move mountains, and we're gonna walk it out and move those mountains, and we'll rise up high like the day, and we'll rise up, we'll rise unafraid, we'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. And we'll rise up high like the waves, and we'll rise up in spite of the ache. We'll rise up, and we'll do it 1,000 times again. For you, and for me,
Thank you so much.
and for everybody listening, that when we're stronger together, when we band together and we help each other, we can overcome mountains. So I share that with
Thank you
my
so
audience.
much.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much for this wonderful singing. So that's amazing. I love a lot this answer. So now my next question is that can you tell me, was there a defining moment in your life that changed how you serve your abilities?
Can you say that one more time? I just missed the end of the question.
So, okay, I will repeat. Was there a defining moment in your life that changed how you serve your abilities?
Absolutely. It happened on my birthday almost 13 years ago. I went from scuba diving 2 to 4 times a day, being barely able to speak 2 to 4 words at a time. And I lost my job, my friends, my ability to make money, and my hopes and dreams for the future. When I ran out of doctors and money, I was at that time living in Mexico, working in Mexico. I felt like I had no worth anymore, that I had no value because I couldn't do what I used to do. And I didn't know what I was ever going to be able to do because I was so sick. But once I made it home to Canada and slowly started to get a little bit better, I'm still very ill. I started to expand my world. When I teach people how to become joyfully resilient, I teach sort of three major principles. The first one is learning to live in a constant state of gratitude. And what that means is being thankful for the fact that you have a family around you, even if they're making noise sometimes. The fact that you have headphones, the fact that you can go to a light switch and there's light, that you have a good school to go to. A lot of the times we take these things for granted. We don't think of them as something special or as a gift. And I work every day to build my gratitude muscles to learn to be thankful for the smallest of things. It makes me appreciate each day a little bit more. The second thing I teach is how to become willing to fearlessly fail. In September last year, I was given an opportunity to run my Disabilities Unleashed show for the first time. I'd never been a producer. I'd never put an entire show together. I'd never auditioned people. I had never tried to get on television and on the news radios and in newspapers. And yet I succeeded in all of those things, even though I was terrified. Because what I've learned is there's no such thing as failing. The only thing that you can fail at in life is never trying. And that's the difference, because every time we go out to learn something new, whether we pass or fail, earn a lot of money or lose money, each time we're going to learn a new skill. We're going to meet new people. We're going to make connections that can lead to successes in the future. These are our stepping stones to success. And when you go out with this open heart and become willing to fearlessly fail, you can accomplish your dreams that they seem impossible. But every day, I do a tiny step to better my future, to work towards becoming a better speaker. Being here today is part of my journey, and it's part of your journey to become a better host, in your case, and a better speaker for me. And my last one is, the last pillar is find your folks. Because we are surrounded by people who can be jealous of the light that we shine in the world, who want to have what you have, or who think that you don't deserve what you have. And these are the people that tell you you're not good enough, you're not smart enough, you're too fat, you're too beautiful, you're not beautiful enough, your clothes aren't good enough, your clothes are too fancy. Whatever it is you do, somebody is going to criticize you. But when you go out and with an attitude of gratitude and go out willing to fearlessly fail, you're going to start meeting people and mentors who will start cheering you on, that see your value and that want you to succeed. And that's important. Is sometimes we have to plug our ears and go, I can't hear you, to all the people that are saying you're not good enough, because it's your heart, it's your mind. And if you think that you're good enough, keep fighting for that, keep growing. So that's what I like to do.
That's great. So amazing. So now my next question: what is your life goal? That might be to say that better singer or anything else.
What I didn't fully hear the question, but if you want to become a better singer, there are many YouTube. If you want to become a better
No, no,
speaker,
no, no. I'm asking, what is your life goal? I think it's like to be the better singer or anything else.
I'm sorry, your sister or your brother is yelling loudly and I couldn't hear you. Say it one more time. Sorry.
Okay, my question is, can you tell what is your life goal?
What is my life goal? Okay. My life goal is to earn enough money as a speaker to be able to give away my services for free to the people that are in the position that I am currently in. I live below the poverty line. I struggle a little bit because I am on disability. And so I don't make a lot of money. I can't afford the fancy programs to help me build fancy websites. I can't necessarily always afford the education that I want to be better at business. There's lots of things that money would just solve the problems. So when I start earning enough money to live a joyful life, I don't need a lot. It will allow me to then give back to the people who are where I am now and help them learn the skills and build themselves up so they don't have to worry so much about food versus education. So that's sort of one of my life goals, is just to help people.
Wow, amazing! And I really like this one answer. So now my next question: can you tell me how do your lived experience influence the stories you tell and the message you share?
Can you say that one more time? Your brother's yelling.
Oh, sorry.
That's
How do
okay.
your living experience influence the stories you tell and the message you share?
So I use stories and songs to share my message. Where do I get my stories? My stories are from my life. So you can take almost anything that you experience and use those to help people understand. For example, the other day I was at the grocery store. When I first had to be in a wheelchair, I was a little bit angry. It's like, oh, why does everything have to be on that top shelf? I can't reach it. It hurts to raise my arms too high. And I would be resentful. I would say, oh, I'm going to have to ask somebody for help. But in time, I changed my mind. I changed how I thought about things. And I started using people. I would actually look for some of the grumpiest people and I would ask them, could you be my supermarket superhero today? And reach that tall thing on the shelf. And about last week, I think it was, I had a little old lady, and she was about the same height as I am in my wheelchair, but she could reach higher than I could. And so I asked her, could I borrow your tallness? And can you grab the cucumbers, the bag of cucumbers? And she grabbed that bag of cucumbers and she laughed and smiled and she said, I don't think I've ever felt that tall. So a simple story like that, I can incorporate into my speeches to teach people about gratitude. So you can take stories from all parts of your life, and it really doesn't matter. But as long as you can find a way to weave that into your message, that is really effective, both for my singing and for my speaking. I'm sorry if that did or did not answer your question, but I tried.
Amazing answer, and I love that all your answers. So that's time to be the end this conversation. If you say so, I'm really excited to do interview with you and 100 podcast challenge. It's really amazing. I have done it interviews, so that's amazing. So now I'm going to end this conversation. Bye bye. See,
Goodbye.
CJ Johnson.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks.